On the 30th of September 2007, a man named Garry Kasparov declared he would run against Vladimir Putin's hand-picked successor in the presidential election in Russia. His platform was simple. He led a coalition of anti-Putin groups called the Other Russia, and they vowed to establish a democratic and just government. Less than 2 months later, Garry Kasparov, Russian presidential candidate, was arrested at a Moscow rally by police loyal to Vladimir Putin, Russian president. Last night, on the 9th of October 2016, in the United States of America, on live national television, Donald Trump, American presidential candidate, stared at his opponent and said, quote, "If I win, I'm going to instruct my attorney general to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation. We're going to get a special prosecutor, and we're going to look into it because you know what? Their lives have been destroyed for doing 1/5 of what you've done." Secretary Clinton replied, quote, "It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country." Trump then erased any doubt what he meant or who he is or what he has planned. He shot back, quote, "Because you'd be in jail." Make no mistake what you heard between the sniffs and the snorts and the mindless wandering around the stage. Make no mistake what you heard amid the swirling, strutting egotism and the cacophony of insults. Make no mistake what you heard, and put aside for now even the lie about opposing Iraq and the mindless, heartless claim that Captain Khan would still be alive if Trump had been president then. Put aside even the disavowal of his own running mate's position on Syria and the bobbing and weaving about the grab them by the pussy tape. You heard a would-be president of the United States, the 28th different nominee in the long history of his party for the most important job on earth, who heretofore has left this ominous, dire, dictatorial threat of jail to the bleating of his ravenous rally crowds. You heard Donald Trump threaten to not merely defeat his opponent, but then to put her in prison. Instruct my attorney general, special prosecutor, because you'd be in jail. Make no mistake what you heard. There are no other conclusions here, Trump, are there? It is not the presidency you are running for, not at least the presidency as we have known it since 1789, not at least as we have known it as a free country. The kind of presidency you want to have, Trump, already exists. It is called a Putin-style dictatorship. And the kind of America you want to lead, Trump, is not the America we live in now. This other America already exists. It is called Russia. Trump, men and women you often invoke, but none of whom you have ever understood for a moment, have died for this country in order to prevent you. They have died, and others have lived and sacrificed in other ways to prevent exactly the kind of one-man rule in which a president or a candidate for president can threaten to imprison his opponent. All the patriots of our hallowed history have given and lost and self-abnegated so that you could not say that last night. And they have also given all of themselves so that Hillary Clinton could not have looked at you last night and said, "You bragged about sexual assault on that tape. If elected, I will appoint a special prosecutor to investigate you." So that she could not look at you, Trump, and say, "You just admitted to writing off $916 million in losses to avoid taxes. If I'm elected, I'll appoint a special prosecutor to investigate you." But she didn't say either of those things because she believes in our democracy. And our democracy rests on the same razor's edge that has permitted a bully and a lunatic like you to get this close to having the power to destroy it. Because it is very simple, Trump, because you personally threatened to put Hillary Clinton in jail last night when you made her potential imprisonment part of your campaign. In your own words, you killed a part of our democracy. When you threaten to jail one of your political opponents, you have threatened to jail all of your political opponents. It is by itself the outskirts of a Russian pseudo-democracy in which the very act of opposition to the ruler becomes a crime. Or worse yet, it becomes a reason to fabricate evidence of an extant crime against the opponent. It is dictatorship. And the power you seek might still carry the title president, but with the threat of the legal power of the United States of America being brought down on your opponents, you might as well be Chancellor Trump, or Chairman Trump, or Protector Trump, or Generalissimo Trump, or Führer Trump. Because you'd be in jail. Because Trump, if you are elected, we would all be in jail. Your threat last night to merge political opposition with legal prosecution has no place in a free country, and you, Trump, have no place in this free country. That's the closer. I'm Keith Olbermann. Watch this space.